Folks at home, welcome back to another backyard bass pond video. We took a little break to do some deer hunting. Liz actually shot the biggest buck of her life. If you hadn't seen that, go check it out. And I actually shot a nice buck that'll be coming up on our video here soon. So every afternoon I like to come stand out on this rock and check in on the fish, and it seems like at least once a day I'm kicking myself for not having a camera. For instance, Clyde has been hanging out right in here. He's not near as shy anymore. And just yesterday, all the shad were up here, and within a split second, he shot up there, hit them, and shot right back. He knocked a few shad out, ate one or two, and came right back. And I was kicking myself for not having either an underwater camera set up or a camera in my hand. And just this morning, we had a rain front move through, and Bonnie has been up there knocking these shiners out of the water. It's been so cool. So I decided today's the day I've got to get some underwater cameras installed. Hey, look at who it is right here. That is our Crappie. That's a pet Crappie. I will be naming him later in the video. So it's really hard to find underwater HD cameras that can hook up to something like a DVR, but I contacted this private security company and I think they have exactly what I need. And that package should be coming in later today, but basically what I want to do is install one camera right here, kind of facing Clyde's cave over there, and cover this entire area. And then I'm going to put another camera in over here, and I may put it, I'm either going to put it up high looking down or down low looking up high. I'm kind of thinking about down low looking up high. That way if Bonnie does bust a frog or something that's swimming across the surface, we'll be able to see it. But the cool thing about these cameras are they hook up to a DVR, so I can go watch it on my TV 24 hours a day, or I can go back and look at anything that happened in the pond, and it will be recorded video. And something I may try to do is figure out if we can do a live stream and where I can put it on the website and you guys can log in and check it out. All right, look who's making his first trip to the backyard pond. Mr. Bowser. Now he's still just a little bit too small to get in the water because I'm afraid that Bonnie or Clyde might try to eat him. But I did bring him out here. I'm going to use a little bit of the pond water to bathe him. You can see he's got some of that green algae on his outer shell. He's still a little bit scared right now. He's got his head in. Come on out, Bowser. He said, nope, I'm not budging. So all you do is you just take a toothbrush and lightly rub his outer shell and get that algae off. Oh yeah, looks like a brand new turtle. Alright, we just got our cameras in. Let's take a look and see what we got. They are definitely a little bigger than I expected, but they're heavy duty. That's what I really like about them. And you see the LED lights on the inside? The cool part about it is we'll have a switch that we can put by our DVR, and we can ramp up or ramp down the lights. If it's at night and we want to have some night shots of them, that thing should put out a bunch of light where we can video them. So I got two cameras identical. We're going to install both of those, and then under that we're going to run it back to a 4-channel DVR, and then we can also hook it up to the TV, but that DVR will record 24/7. Alright, before we install them, I powered them up just to check out the LED system on them. That looks pretty bright. I think it's going to light it up at nighttime. I'm just running it through the window there where Buster's hanging out. We're running it to a TV. We're just going to check it out before we hook it up to the DVR. Make sure we got everything aligned just like we want it. Alright folks, I think we finally got both positions. This is what I call the redneck relay. It's about 50 degrees out here, freezing cold, but I'm standing in the water. You got Liz over there giving thumbs up and thumbs down, left, right. The redneck relay. You got the other camera right there facing the length of the pond, and then this one here in the shallowest part facing the bass cave. So I think that's going to be a perfect setup. We already got the lights on both of them. Ooh, I think this is going to be the perfect setup. All the minnows hang out in the shallowest part right here, and Clyde's got to come right up over the top to bust them. I hadn't even been able to turn around and walk off, and both fish are up there checking it out. That's their little feeding hole. Alright, we have 5 baby golden shiners in here. You can tell Moby's ready to go. Sheriff seems a little bit interested, but he's like, I'm going to wait on the shrimp pellets. Watch how fast Moby destroys these. All 5 of them. Gosh. Look at him. He won't even let one get close. He just took out 5 shiners. Moby doesn't care for the shrimp pellets, but Sheriff enjoys them. Time to eat, Sheriff. Get him. He's eating them up now. Alright, so I just got it pulled up on my TV right now. This camera on the left is the deep end of the pond. This one on the right is Clyde's little bass cave. You can see Clyde hanging out right there in his cave. So this video picture isn't going to be as good because eventually I'm going to start taking the videos off and uploading them directly. But, oh, we got some movement out of Clyde. He's coming out of his cave. Let's see how active he gets. Not exactly. Oh, look at what he just did. He just turned sideways. Oh, and then we got Bonnie over here, guys. This is so cool. Getting an underwater look. The reason I love this is because whenever I'm out there at the pond, they can see me, so they don't normally act the same way we're going to get to see them right now. We're going to get to see, she's doing a selfie mode. Definitely inspecting the camera, but we're going to get to see how these bass really act like they would out there in the wild when they come out to eat, their interactions with each other. So folks, check this out. That's the second time that Clyde's rolled up on his side. I wonder if he's got a scratch or an itch or something there that he's using the... That time he used the bucket. Yep, you see he just did it again. He's using the bucket to scratch it, and earlier he used the little rocks down here. Now Bonnie came to check out Clyde's little camera. Look at how fat she's gotten. Man, she has gotten a belly on her. I hate how this picture color is going in and out. It's not doing that on my TV. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get you guys a little bit better video quality, so I'm going to try to copy some of these files off of the DVR onto my computer. Alright, I copied the files off, so it should be a little bit better picture quality. Start off with, whoop, we got a big yawn from Bonnie. It must mean that feeding time's coming up. You can see her on the prow. Oh yeah, it's feeding time. Got him. That's the only downfall to these cameras, is that they're not wide angle. See, if it would have been wide angle, I would have gotten that strike. So I'm definitely going to have to replace them with a wider angle. Oh, and it looks like Bonnie does the same thing that Clyde does. So here's a quick nighttime clip, and the one thing that I've noticed at night is that all the golden shiners, they like to hover around the top. They're usually schooling during the daytime, but they kind of spread out and hang around the surface at night. Alright, we're swapping back over to Clyde's bass cave cam. And look at him. He hates whenever Bonnie tries to get into his cave. He always goes in there and runs her out. This is another nighttime shot. Well, we got the yawn from Clyde. I'm pretty impressed at how good a video quality you can get at night. So you can see a lot of detail with just the one light we have down on this end of the pond. Oh, and look who decided to come out of the cave. That's our new crappie. We're going to be naming him here in just a second. It's the first time he came out today, and it was at night. And I can't really tell what goes on right here because, as you can see, Clyde kind of covers him up. And then Bonnie comes in the picture and covers him up. So I can't really tell if he went back into the cave or what happened. Oh, we got the Clyde scratch again. Oh, watch Clyde up on the top left. He's using the lily pads to ambush some minnows there. Just got him one. And I found that this is kind of their sleeping mode. They just sit right on the bottom and they wiggle their fins a lot. And I think that's kind of whenever they're getting the rest, probably the only rest they get throughout the day. And this is the next morning. Let's take a look at the first one to wake up. It's the crappie. He's coming down from the lilies up top. That's where he slept. And then him and Clyde have a race to see who can claim the bass cave first. You see Bonnie trying to go into the cave. Clyde's not having any of it. He has definitely claimed that cave. Running her out. Here he is doing the same thing. He comes out of the lilies just to run her off. He does not want Bonnie in that cave. And one final stand. Nope, rejected. So it's pretty cool to watch how he stands his ground, even though Bonnie's much bigger than him. Yep, and we have the crappie coming out again. So I guess this is a good time to go ahead and name him. So we had a lot of people suggest names, but the winner is going to be Shane Parker. He says the crappie should be named Outlaw because you have a bluegill named Sheriff. And I kind of agree with that. Sheriff stays on the inside, the Outlaws have to stay on the outside. So Shane Parker, send me your info. I'll send you out a prize package. And our catfish didn't come out in this video, but we need to go ahead and name him too. And the winner for that is going to be OCG, and he says you should name the Crappie Rick like from The Walking Dead because he has survived a lot in the catfish Shadow. I really like this name Shadow because I've only seen him come out at night, so that's a good name for it. OCG, send me your address. Now I really can't tell if Clyde and the Crappie are getting along. I kind of think that they do because they're spending so much time in the cave, but I hadn't been able to see enough of it to find out. Alright, now that we've got the underwater cameras installed, there's only one thing to do next, and that is test out some topwater lures. So I'm going to be trying out artificial lures in here. I'm going to put some frogs and things like that, run them across these lily pads, and see how these bass react to them. We'll get the underwater shot from these cameras. I'll get a topwater shot like we normally do. Should be pretty cool, but leave a comment down below on anything extra that you would like us to test, like jigs or crankbaits or anything like that, and we'll do just an artificial lure testing video. But folks, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you're subscribed, and we will see you all next time.
Bonnie and Clyde were pretty looking people, but I can tell you people, they were the devil's children.